All right, YouTube, I'm still here in Los Angeles. I just competed in the RBET. I made top 16. I got 12th after Swiss. I went 6-2. So I'm going to show you guys my deck profile and then go over the tournament report like how I usually go. Now, we did not play out top 16 for somebody who's maybe wondering why we didn't. It's because like they rented out the venue at some big convention that was going on at the same time. So that's why we didn't play it out. I think Keegan agreed to beforehand that they would not play out Top Cut day one. So basically just whoever won undefeated won the tournament. But I made top 16. Got this nice mat. This mat looks beautiful. This Kalut mat. And I've been doing pretty awful the past couple events. I was glad to top, but it does sting a little bit. I don't know what would have happened had we played it out. I know we were to play out top 16, I was going to get paired against a spellcaster deck. So I don't know how I would have done against that deck. I'm sure Keegan will have that on his channel. Maybe that guy will do a deck profile with someone. I'm not sure. But I decided to play Vayu Turbo. I was actually debating between playing this deck and some Machina variant. Some of you guys have been watching the channel, maybe seen me play online. I've been playing Machina Quick Draw, but I decided to go with Vayu. This deck's just, one thing I will say about Vayu, like one of the reasons why I like it, I hardly ever brick with this deck. Like I almost always, doesn't mean I win all the time, but I almost always draw playable with this deck. Yeah, I want to get shout outs. Shout out to my sponsor, Epic Cards and Games, and my teammates, Team Legacy, Adrian, Javi, Randy, Los, the Sheriff, Javi, the Tiger King, DJ, Scott Page. Am I missing anyone? Randy, I think. Also, my Vegas teammate, Jimmy. Shout out to him. Shout out to my War League team, Cam the Man Neal, Dennis Nadas. Who else? Ryanide, Provenzel, Mario. Is there someone I'm missing from our War League team? Oh, Henry Tunkaya. Is there anyone else? I think that's everyone. Yeah, okay. I might have missed someone, but anyway, let's get started to the deck. And I'm going to go over quickly on some of the cards. So we'll start with the 3 ofs in the main deck. So three Greffer. I actually never really drew 2 of them. The only issue why I don't want to play 3 is because drawing 2 of them can be kind of bad. But the only time I technically drew 2 of them was because I wrote it for the second Greffer and just pitched it. But I don't know. I see it more often, so I like 3 because a lot of the times when I lose with Vayu is when I have dead Vayu monsters in my end, like dead Vayu. So that's why I wanted to max out on 3. So, and I'm not on deck devs in the main. So if I ever do decide to put deck devs in the main, it makes 3 Greffer even better. If I was main decking 1 or 2 deck devs, I probably feel even more confident playing 3 Greffer. Like I said, I'm all about consistency, as you can see here, Upstart, obviously. So that's why I want to see this card or some of my other cards. So, yeah, 3 Greffer. I do side the viruses, but they're just not in the main. 3 Raikou. I've actually ran 2 in the past, but this card this is how this deck wins a lot. Just milling random Vayu. So, yeah, 3's fine. I don't play Charge. Now, one thing I've noticed about Charge was myself, and I would watch other people, they would just draw Charge dead a lot. So I decided to just run 3. Yeah. Sorry, no Charge. And I think it's fine. If you play 3 Raikou, 1 Charge, it's kind of like playing 4. So I think 3 is fine. And then you don't draw Charge dead mid to late game. Okay, now we go 3 Sirocco. I was actually playing 2, but again, I decided to add the 3rd one just because, the chance of milling it with Raikou. So that's why I went with 3. But I was considering 2, but you also just need it against Blackwing. So yeah, 3 Sirocco, 3 Vayu, obviously. That's all the 3 ofs. And now we'll go to 2 ofs. We'll start with only 2 Hamster this time, 2 Arma. Like some people like 3-1, but this is kind of like, I hate milling 1 Arma and then not having the second one in the deck. So that's why I decided to stick with 2, and it was fine. Sometimes you can even argue siding the second one out, but 2-3 is not bad. I don't like 3-1 just in case if I mill it and I need it mid to late game. That's why I go with 2. Hamster, actually, I think it's a good ratio because you kind of don't want to draw 2 of them. There was a few times when I did open both of them, but it's fine. You get your Raikous out of your deck, so I think 2's fine. Like some people like 3 Raikou, 1 Hamster, 1 Charge. Some people play 3 Raikou, 2 Hamster, 1 Charge. And I was on that ratio. I was on 3 Raikou, 2 Hamster, and the Charge. But like I said, I kept drawing the Charge dead. So I was kind of like, nah, let me just get it out. But if you want to, potentially get lucky and mill Vayus and Sirokkos and Plagues, Necros off charge, then I guess you can make the argument. Maybe I'll try it again, but it's happened to me just too much where I'll draw the dead charge, so that's why I cut it. Maybe if I played Lila, but Lila's just not very good, so yeah, just 2 hamster. And I guess this is the last 2 of, yes, I did play Caius at this event. I don't know. Caius was okay. I could play 1, but 2's fine. Because that's another reason why I choose hamster over charge, because I feel hamster's better with Caius. But if I put, that's why, yeah, 2 Caius is fine. I could see myself playing 1. You just kind of need it in this deck. But it's not always the best card. But yeah, 2 Caius, 1 Chaos Sorcerer. This card actually surprisingly was pretty good. Like, I never really drew it dead, except I think the only time I drew it dead was against GBs. But I was getting cooked by GBs anyway. So, yeah, this card is, because you have 5 targets. If you play charge, it's 6. But 2 hamsters, 3 Raikos. And since I'm playing upstart, it kind of, worst case scenario, pitch it for Greffer if you really need to. Sometimes you use special summon Greffer, but mid to late game, this card's really good. So yeah, I used to not like this card, but it was pretty good for this event. Same thing, Card Trooper, just solid card. I think you have to play it. Dark Armed. I drew this card a lot in the early rounds. I remember one guy, I guess we'll get over it when we get to the tournament report. He dust shooted me. He didn't know I had the Dark Arm, then I upstarted into Dark Arm. That's why upstart's good, in case you get dust shooted. Alright, and now for the rest of the 1-ofs, just 1 Gores. I'm not on Oppression, so that's why I feel Gore's a little bit better. 1 Gale, 1 Necro, 1 Plague. So the reason I'm playing Gore is just this deck just needs, like, the same reason why I'm on Caius. This deck just needs, another, like, just bomb, I guess. I don't know if Gore's you could really call it a bomb, but I just think this deck needs. It's really good in the mirror and against other decks. So, yeah. How many monsters is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 25 monsters. Pretty high monster count. Now let's get for the spells. 3 Upstart, obviously. I'm always going to play Upstart. Shout out to Dimitri. We were at dinner, and he was telling me to side this out against Dragon Turbo. I don't know. I never side this card out, but I might start considering signing out in certain matchups, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, and then we got the 1-ofs, Rhoda, Burial. Again, no charge. Rhoda, Burial Lore. Wind Control, as my boy D Nasty likes to call it, and Heavy Storm. Now, there's no MST in my main deck, but again, I went to dinner. Some people were telling me maybe MST, maybe I could cut something for MST, but I just kind of wanted to try it because to me, the way I see MST is mostly for like floodgates, but there's not really a floodgate in Edison format that people main deck, except Oppression, but my deck doesn't really lose to Oppression that bad. And I guess Black Whirlwind, but that's, I don't know. That card, that's probably a card that I could sneak in here. But with Raiko and Hamster, I just felt like I don't really need MST that bad. And if I get paired against Black Wings, I'll side it in. So, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, no MST. Now for the traps, really low trap count. Again, no deck devs. And no trap dust shoot in my main deck. So 2 bottomless. 1 Psalm. I know a lot of Vayu players don't like this card. This card was never bad for me, so I don't regret playing it. I don't know. I just kind of feel safe with this card. So, Torrential, this card was okay. It was decent. 1 Mirror Force, 1 D Prison, and obviously 1 Return. So, yeah, the only card I would probably cut would be D Prison. I don't know. I'm only playing 1. I know a lot of people like 2, but I'm just on 1. It's mostly for Caius, really, just to protect. Like sometimes just to protect Greffer, and yeah, this is probably the card I could cut. Like there's some changes you could make. Like some people would probably just cut the upstarts out and throw like deck devs and dust shoot. You could do that, but me, I love upstart because like the whole thing with upstart is I want to increase the odds of me seeing my best cards: Brain Control, Dark Arm, Burial, Return. That's why I play it in every deck. So yeah, 40 cards. Now let's get to I guess we'll do extra deck first, and then we'll get to the tournament report. So Gore's token. 1 Chimera Tech because I side Cyber Dragon. We'll see that in a second. Armory Arm. Actually, I OTK'd someone with this. Like I flipped my Raiko. I'll get to it. It's one of the rounds. But yeah, I use it to DK someone. Cataster, Brio, Goyo, 2 Arm Wing. The 3rd Arm Wing rarely comes up, but if you have room, if you don't use Cyber Dragon, I guess you could side deck Cyber Dragon maybe. Not Cyber Dragon, side deck Chimera Tech. But you're giving up a side deck spot if you do that to play the 3rd Arm Wing. It does come up sometimes. There was a game today I think I could have possibly made 3. I still won, but I don't think it mattered that much. 1 Black Rose, 2 Armor Master, Thought Ruler, Darken, Silverwind, Stardust, all the 8s. Yeah, there's just... Yeah, that's it. So let's go to the side deck. My side deck's actually pretty standard. Nothing too... It's like people always ask me if there's anything spicy in my deck. And no, my deck's pretty... My Vayu list is pretty standard. 2 Dyna. Would I play 3? No, I think 2's fine. 2 Cyber. I did get paired against a Hero Beat. So yeah, this card's for like GBs, Hero Beat, Machina. It's just good against a lot of decks. Black Wings. Also, let's go Chaos Sorcerer. That's why I like it as well. Because like it's just another light for Chaos Sorcerer, which this deck sometimes needs. 2 Crow. I don't know about this card. I know it's for the Fishborg deck, the Gigavice deck. But it's like okay in those matchups. But yeah, I can see myself cutting this down the road. Mind Control for Hamster Rykos. Yeah, it's pretty good. And here's the MST in the side deck. One My Body. This is just for Black Wings and Hero Beat. I just feel safe against those matchups, and I did get paired against Black Wings and Diva Hero Beat. And yeah, I just always feel safe with this card, just because like I'm not afraid of Icarus, I'm not afraid of Bottomless, Torrential Mirror Force, Gemini Spark. So 1, 2 is too much. I just like the 1 random. It's also good against Christy Sworn. I cited this against Christy Sworn. I didn't use it, but and Light Sworn. Okay, 2 Dust. I don't like 3. 3's too much. Gets cloggy, so I've always just done 2. The 2 deck, and then the last 4 cards are just 2 deck dev, obviously. I think 3 can be a little too much. I get it, you want to see it, but 2's fine. 2 Oppression. Yeah, just a bunch of 2-ofs. So that's it for the deck. As far as changes, like I said, maybe the MST needs to go in the main deck. I know right now the Edison, a lot of people are afraid of the Forward deck and the Gigavice deck. But I don't know if any top this event. But this event, there was way too much variety in this event. I don't know. Cali's a different region. Not many people came from out of town for this event, so maybe that's why the meta was a little bit different. So yeah, I'm not 100% certain. I like my deck. Like I said, I hardly ever bricked, and that's one of the reasons why I do like playing this deck. Same thing with Frogs. I feel like Frogs is pretty consistent too, but the issue with Frogs is the side deck just hurts too much, whereas Vayu, the side doesn't hurt it as bad. And like Black Wing, when I play Black Wings, there's just some games where I just draw really bad with Black Wings. That's why, like I've always done pretty well with Vayu. There was only like one event where I didn't perform well with Vayu, which was YCS Sacramento. But like even Austin, some of you guys who maybe watched the tournament report at YCS Austin, I did pretty well. I just knocked myself out of the tournament because I didn't show up for my round. Like I'll never know what would have happened at that event had I played it out. Who knows? But that's it for the deck. Now we'll go quickly for the tournament report. I know I do this after every big event. So let's see how I did on the die rolls. 3 and 1. I'm pretty sure I lost this die roll. I don't think I remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I went 5 and 2 or 5 and 3. No, 5 and 3 in the die roll. So yeah, no, 3 and 5. Sorry, I won 3 die rolls and lost 5. Okay, so round 1, I lost a die roll. I got paired against, I forgot how to pronounce the guy's name. He's from Jersey, Waji. I don't remember how to pronounce his name. But he was playing like, this was such a weird matchup because he was playing like a Dark Gaia Hero Beat deck. So when I played him game 1, I won game 1. Like I had no idea what he was playing. Like I saw Alias, Hero Blast. So I thought he was playing like some Diva Hero, like the standard Diva Hero deck, hybrid with the beat stuff. But then game 3, then all of a sudden the Dark Gaia stuff came out. So it was really weird. Like I didn't really know how to side against him. But game 1, I won with Dark Arm, and game 2 he beat me with Brain Control, and game 3 I won with Dark Arm. So that's all the notes I took from that match. And yeah, won round 1. Round 2, get paired against Juan Lopez. I lost a die roll. He's from Anaheim. He was playing like a pure fairy deck. What's funny is game one, he like double orange lighted me, and then he actually had a dust tornado in his main deck, and he conceded. But I was going for game anyway, so it didn't really matter. And then game two, he drew pretty bad. I think he told me he had like the way to drop Christia, but he didn't see a recruiter like a Shining Angel or Nova Summoner until I went for game. So his hand was just slow. And yeah, I won 2-0. So I was feeling good because the past few events I have not started off 2-0. Let's see, we went to Sacramento. What was after Sacramento? New York, Anaheim, and Orlando. So 4 events in a row, I started off either 0-2 or 1-1. So I was, okay, I finally started off 2-0. It's been a while, so I was happy there. And then round 3, I get paired against Richard. I lost the die roll. Now he's playing Black Wings. Now he ended up making top 16. Congrats to him. Even though he lost round 3, he went X2. I think it was like 15th or 14th. Now what's interesting is Richard and I actually played at top 4 of the very first Ultimate Time Wizard I won almost a year and a half ago. Yeah, it was a rematch, and like I recognized him instantly when he sat down. I was like, oh, I remember you. We played in top 4. He was a 1 seed at that event, and game 1 he beat me with Dark Arm. And then game 2, I remember he told me he told me he was trying to get cute. Maybe he should have 2-0'd me. So like I remember I go Sirocco, and he had a bottomless, and he chose not to bottomless it. And then like I forgot why. There was a reason why he didn't bottomless. And like I did like a double pump brain control. I had brain control. I brain controlled him, and then did a double pump for a game. So yeah, that was pretty. He maybe should have 2-0'd me if he bottomlesses. And then game 3 had a really close match with Burial. I remember I won with Burial, Dad, Necro, but something that happened which I did not know. We completely messed up. So what happened was the judge got this ruling wrong. So I didn't know this. I didn't know you could. I thought you could use Necro at any time during your opponent's turn. I thought you can use it during the end phase. Now I should have just used it during the main phase or during the battle phase. It didn't matter. I should have just used it whenever. But I didn't know. I thought I could just use Necro whenever. Basically what happened was I was like really low on life. So I had to Necro him. So I think he heavied my Burial or something happened. He heavied my Burial. So I go chain Necro and then put the Necro back. I'm just trying to live. I have Dark Arm in my hand, waiting for next turn. And then I go end phase, banish, Necro. Now, I didn't know. I should have just used it during his battle phase, right? And he goes, then it's my turn. I drop Dark Arm, I make a play, right? And then it goes to him. And then he calls the judge. I didn't think it worked. I didn't think that the Necro carried over. I was just going to let him attack me. Because the only reason I even banished the Necro was just to get my 3 darts in the grave for Dark Arm. And he calls the judge and asks the judge if the next attack's negated. And the judge says it is. And I actually talked to a few people and they told me that it's not. So I didn't even know. Like if my opponent wouldn't have said anything, I would have just assumed that the attack was not negated. I didn't think it carried over for the next turn. But he called the judge and maybe I think I still win, but I will never know. But I'm just letting you guys know the judge did get that ruling wrong. So, because I talked to like Dimitri and a few people and they told me it doesn't work that way, but it happens. All right. So I'm 3-0. And again, congrats to Richard getting back to top 16. Unfortunately, we didn't play it out. We'll never know who would have won if we would have played it out. Anyway, round 4 I play against Moses. I believe he's pretty well known in the online community. I forgot what his online name is. But I did win this die roll finally after losing the first 3. He's playing Christia Sworn. Game 1, I just remember his hand was pretty slow, and I think I like brain controlled his Celestia to play around Honest. I just did a ton of damage and won. And game 2, he just won with Brionic Christia. And game 3, I remember I milled Vayu Sirocco, and then he set T-Roar. And I don't think I saw T-Roar game 1 or game 2, so I decided to go for game with Dark Arm. And he T-Roared me, but then I had like Burial, and I think I had Burial. My hand was insane. I had like Burial, Cal Sorcerer, everything, so I would TK'd him. So yeah, 4-0, feeling good. It's been a while since I got 4-0. Yeah, I don't even think I started 4-0 even at Austin and Nats. I lost like round 2 or 3 at Nats. So yeah, this is probably the best start I've had in a while that I can think of. I don't think I've started off 4-0 since I won the first Ultimate Time Wizard. So yeah, I was feeling good. 4-0. Round 5, I Lucid Die Roll against Jonathan Rosario. Shout out to him. He got second after Swiss. He didn't get second. He didn't play in the last round, but he got second after Swiss. He's playing GBs, and game 1, he blew me out. It was like, my hand, this is like the only kind of bad hand I drew the entire tournament, I would say. I think I drew kind of bad game 2 against Moses' Christius Horn deck, but I definitely drew pretty bad against him game 1, and his hand was insane. Like Cat, a bunch of back rows, couldn't do much. And game 2 was a little bit better, but I remember I lost it because he book a moon my Gale. Like I brain controlled his Laquari, summon Gale half, and then he had the book, so I couldn't synchro with his Laquari, and it just cost me the game. And yeah, he was playing main decking Monk and Respite. It was rough. GBs sometimes are hard to beat, man. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so I'm 4-1, and round 6 I play against Jamie. I think he was third after Swiss, so he went X1, and I actually beat him game 1 with pro. I got him with a pro heavy, and game 2, he beat me with like Brain Con on my Stardust. That's all I remember. Like I remember I like negated my own Bottomless and Torrential when he tried to Caius me and Chaos Sorcerer me. I did it twice, and yeah, twice in each different turn, and then eventually he just brain caught my Stardust and I lost. And game 3, what's weird is I actually lost in time, and I don't know if I would have won if we played it out. Like he was in a really good spot, but then I was kind of top decking. I looked at my next card, and it was Mind Control, so I don't know, would I have won? Also, I was not paying attention to the clock, and I remember Ryan was watching me. He told me I should have started. He didn't tell me, it's like I kept an upstart, but I really was not paying attention to the clock. I was sitting on the opposite side. Sometimes that's why I try to get there early so that I can get in front of the clock, but this time I just didn't do it. And yeah, I lost in time. I don't know if I would have won if we would have played it out, the Vayu Mirror. And I did win that roll. Yes, I did win that roll. So round 7, I get paired against Matthew playing Diva Hero Beat. What's interesting is game 1, I didn't know if he was... I wasn't exactly sure if he was on Diva Hero Beat. Because like I saw like Future Fusion Diva, that's it. Miracle. Like I didn't see any Hero Beat stuff until I made a Colossal Fighter. I remember I was like, okay, I'm in trouble. So I just go Colossal and Defense, pass. And he goes Rhoda for DD Warrior Lady. DD Warrior Lady is my Colossal. I was like, okay, I know you're on Hero Beat. Diva Hero doesn't play Warrior Lady. So he takes game 1. I think he opened Future Fusion, which yeah, he did. And game 2, I remember I saw like Skill Drain and Banisher, and I just beat him with Oppression. I remember he couldn't really do it. It got to a point where like I did so much, and I think he just drew bad. Like I just poked him. It got so bad where I special summoned. I go special Dark Arm. He oppresses my Dark Arm. Then I go special Chaos Sorcerer. He oppresses my Chaos Sorcerer. And I go special summon Gale, and then it was game. I just got him really low. Yeah, he drew really bad that game. And then game 3 was close. But I think I drew like double Hamster and Raikou, and he just had... I think Vayu's just favored in this matchup. Like, they have to grind through all these cards. Like, Raikou and Hamster just trade with Ab-Zero. So I think Vayu's... I talked to a few people. They told me Vayu just favored in this matchup, and I agree. And that's why I was able to win game 3. But it was close. I remember we were both kind of top decking, and I just, Vayu had just better top deck. So I was able to win there, pull off the Legacy 2-0. So I'm on the bubble, and even though we're not going to play it out, I still wanted to make top 16, and get this beautiful mat. This mat looks nice. I'm probably going to keep this. I might play on it on camera a few times. So round 8, I go up against Ramon. I won the die roll, so I'm playing another Vayu Mirror match. What's funny is game 1, he like dust shooted my Caius away, and I was going to Caius him, but he had the dust shoot. But eventually I just OTK'd him. He didn't have Gores. I think he used a Necro on something, and then I just killed him with Chaos Sorcerer again. No Dark Arm this time. It's like Chaos Sorcerer, Burial. And then game 2... I drew pretty well. I drew like Burial, Return, and he had torrential, but he chose not to set torrential and the mirror force. I think he said if he sets torrential and mirror force, he lives. But since he only set the torrential, he lost. And I remember he's like kicking himself about that. So yeah, 2-0 and guaranteed again. I wasn't sure if I was pretty certain I was gonna make top 16 because if you look at the people who beat me, I lost to the GB guy who got second after Swiss. I lost to Vayu who got third after Swiss, and the Black Queen player I played kind of won out, and he got like 15th or 14th. It's either 15 or 4. I think it was 15. 15. So yeah, I just had really good tiebreakers, and I don't know. I had fun after doing bad the previous 4 events, and then going X2. But yeah, it does leave I don't know, because actually at RBT Orlando in 2023, I went X2 and didn't top. I got like 20th. So I felt good this time to top after, because yeah, that sucked. It sucked going X2 at Orlando and not topping, because I was doing pretty well at that event as well. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile and the tournament report. But like I said, I'm always making changes to my decks. Like I could see myself throwing deck dev in my deck. I'm not cutting Upstart, but I could see myself easily making room for 1 or 2. Maybe cut the D Prison. Maybe put the MST back in. Maybe cut down on hamsters or Caiuses. I don't know. I'm always experimenting with the ratios in my deck. I don't like charge though, because I just kept drawing it. As far as one more thing about Trap Dust Shoot, I forgot to mention this. I was drawing Dust Shoot dead a lot leading up to this event, and also, oh no, I can't say this. It's kind of a spoiler, but in a future video that's coming up soon, I saw a few people, they just kept drawing Dust Shoot dead, and I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not playing this card. I usually at least put it in my side deck, but I was kind of like, nah, I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother main decking it. So, I don't know. Did I miss it? Not sure. I just don't want to draw it dead. I could probably maybe see myself putting it back in, but we'll see. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back soon. When the next event I'm going to be attending will be YCS Las Vegas 3v3. I don't know who's going to be on my team or what format I'm playing, but let me do this. Yeah, I'm still in LA, so yep, see you guys next time. Bye.